What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, let's talk about Thunderbolts. This is my review of that film. And right off the bat, I want to say, look, I walked into this movie with a complete open mind. I was expecting to actually have a good time, you know, because everybody said Marvel is back. Marvel is back with the Thunderbolts. I saw this movie and I'm like, what movie did y'all watch? Did I watch the wrong movie? Did I go and see the wrong reel of Thunderbolts? Marvel is back? Are you kidding me? What movie did y'all watch? Marvel is not back with this movie. Marvel is not back at all. This is same old Marvel. All right? I guess if Marvel is back means you're back to doing the same old shit you've been doing, then yeah, I guess they are back. Yeah, Marvel is back in the theaters again, doing the same bullshit they did with all of the other movies that they've done. All right? We've seen Marvel be way better than this, man. This movie is below average. I don't know what people are thinking with this. I have no idea where people are coming from with this. But, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so I'm let it at that. But look, let me give you my take on it. This is a very, very bland story with maybe some decent moments, all right? A couple of decent moments in it that I guess elevated. I guess if you've been getting nothing but bullshit over the last 5 years, then yeah, Thunderbolts feels like Marvel is back, all right? Because you've been getting nothing but garbage. But if you try to chase this all the way back to the first three phases, oh, hell no. Hell no. This isn't a good movie. This is not a good movie at all, man. All right? It's a bland story about people dealing with depression, trying to find meaning in their lives. That's what the Thunderbolts is. You know, all the things we love to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? People dealing with depression. I mean, and again, there's room for that. There's definitely room for people to talk about these topics and deal with these themes. There's nothing wrong with that. But the writing just isn't there, all right? And it mostly lands on the character development. The character writing is terrible. If you're going to do a movie talking about depression, talking about people trying to find meaning and trying to lift themselves out of depression, you really got to nail the characters. Yelena, who is the lead character of this, is a terrible lead character. I don't know why people are fascinated with Yelena. Yelena as a character just doesn't work. Or at least so far, the writing has not done her any kind of justice. So stop. Look, Marvel, in my opinion, stop writing Yelena. Yelena is not a good character. All right? She was terrible in Black Widow. She was terrible in Hawkeye. No reason to continue. All right? She's terrible in this. I don't understand why they keep hyper-focusing on Yelena, other than MCU girl boss bullshit. That's the only thing that I can come up with. Everything else, to me, honestly, just to me, I cannot see what is so interesting about this character. Honestly, if they had the OG Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff, if she was in this role, it actually would have been better. The acting would have probably increased a little bit, but the character of Natasha Romanoff is so much better than Yelena Belova, all right? So much better than that character. Yelena is not an interesting character. She's boring, all right? Yelena is a straight-up boring character. I don't know why Marvel is so fascinated with this character. At the very beginning, she's out here cracking jokes. She's being mopey. She's being weird. She's being sad. Like, why do you care about this character like that? She is not interesting, all right? Let me go through the other characters, because Red Guardian isn't funny to me. You know, he's constantly trying to crack jokes. He's trying to be funny. He's not. He's never been funny. He wasn't funny in the last movie. He's not funny now, you know. So his character was a wash. You go to Ghost. Ghost is just there. Ghost is literally just on the screen, I guess, just to fill a slot. Hey, we need another person in this particular spot, and let's go ahead and throw Ghost in there. Like, honestly, if they put that bullshit Taskmaster, and I know Taskmaster, terrible, shouldn't have been there, but if they had thrown Taskmaster in there, okay, there's a connection with Taskmaster and Yelena that could have created, you know, some interesting plot points, all right? But with Ghost, I don't care about Ghost. People probably don't even know who Ghost is. Like, why do you think this is a selling point? Now, only reason they have Ghost in the movie, obviously, is because of her power set. Because she can phase through walls and she can teleport and do all that kind of shit. All right, cool. We can go ahead and put Ghost in for that reason, because they needed that power set. Taskmaster is kind of redundant. So because of that, that's why Ghost is in the movie. That is the only reason Ghost is in this movie. Her character does not need to be in there. Now, let me get to Bucky. let me get to Bucky, because Bucky is a big issue, because Bucky should have been the lead. Bucky should have been the lead. He actually has more of a connectivity to the antagonist, which is Valentina, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. He actually has more of a connection to her, a classic protagonist-antagonist relationship. He actually has that with Valentina, because he's a congressman and he's out to figure out what Valentina is up to. We see that sprinkled in, all right? And Valentina is trying to maybe, you know, deal with this impeachment because she's getting impeached. Spoilers, she's getting impeached as the head of the CIA. And so Bucky is threatening her, and she's trying to get the one up on him. So there would have been an absolute opportunity to explore some of those nuggets of political intrigue. You know, like, we could have used a little bit more of that in this film. That would have been interesting. But unfortunately, they said, nah, we got to do it Yelena. All right. No. Yelena's our lead. All right. Yelena's our lead. She's a girl boss. She's a lovely, beautiful woman. We got to put her as at the lead. All right. Fuck Bucky. The dude that's been around since phase 1. Nah, we don't need this guy. Let's focus on Yelena. This is the problem with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is that you pass up absolute excellent opportunities for bullshit. It just, and people, oh, Marvel is back. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. No, Marvel is not back. I'm sorry, Marvel is not back. And then we get to John Walker. Oh, boy. John Walker could have been the best character in this whole thing. All right. But he's constantly being upstaged by Yelena and Ghost. They basically call this dude an asshole through the entire movie. I'm not joking. They call this cat an asshole through the whole movie, and they laugh at him. All right? All the way up into the end, where there's like a moment where John Walker, it's revealed that John Walker lost his family. He lost his wife and kids and everything. And so you're, oh, he's a loser like us. And you're supposed to feel some sympathy for him or whatever. I'm like, it's too little too late. You guys have destroyed this character. This character should have been elevated from the very beginning. Because we all know John Walker did nothing wrong. All right, we all know John Walker did nothing wrong. I put a post up on X talking about, hey, you leave John Walker alone. All right, quoting Big Trouble in Little China. All right, you leave John Walker alone. We are in his debt. He showed great courage. Yeah, John Walker did nothing wrong. All right, but they constantly are throwing him under the bus and constantly trying to slam his character, calling him an asshole through the entire movie, man. It was absolutely ridiculous, man. There's actually a scene in this movie where John Walker is trying to explain to Yelena and Ghost as to why he should be the person everybody listens to. You know, because he has military experience, you know, because he actually has had to lead people, because he was the person they chose, the American government chose to be the new Captain America after, you know, Steve Rogers. He was the guy that they chose. So he says, yeah, you guys should actually listen to me. I actually do have some experience when they're trying to break out of this, you know, little building or whatever. Nobody listens. They just crack jokes. All right. It's just utter bullshit, man. This entire movie. I did not have a good time. I don't know what everybody else saw. You know, the people that I was watching this movie with, man, like, they just watched the movie. They sat down in the theaters. They got their popcorn and their drinks. They watched the movie. It was dead quiet. It was dead quiet through the entire screening, with the exception of a couple of laughs here and there. And then at the end, after the post-credit scene, oh, yeah, the post-credit scene, whatever, man. Stupid post-credit scene. You know, again, the entire thing is just unfunny jokes, all right? Red Guardian showing up in some stupid-ass New Avengers leotard. By the way, they're the New Avengers. Spoilers, but I don't care. He shows up in this New Avengers leotard and, you know, whatever. And then there's some sort of beef, apparently, between Bucky and Falcon as to who's the real Avengers and who's the New Avengers and all of that kind of crap. Look, it's just terrible, man. But, yeah, everybody watched all of that stuff. And then they just got up and left. Nobody was buzzing about it. Nobody was talking about it. People just like, all right, there's another Marvel movie. All right. So, yeah, this is just a bad movie. I'm not sure what these people saw. And then finally, that last thing, the worst part about this movie is that the movie ends You know, the Sentry is this unbeatable character. Nobody can beat him. Nobody can handle him. The whole movie hinges on the ending. How do you deal with an OP hero, villain, whatever? How do you deal with this guy? And he's literally stopped by the power of friendship. By the power of friendship. The anime meme. By the power of friendship. That is how they defeat this OP villain. This is the stupidity of this movie. I'm so it's Marvel is dead. If this is what people say is the best movie since Endgame, Marvel is dead. I don't know what movie people are looking for from Marvel at this point, but I'm like, can we go back to the first 3 phases and get more of that kind of content? Because this is not going to get it done, you know? But apparently I'm the minority. All right, so be it. I'm the minority. Everybody, not the quote-unquote minority, but I'm in the minority. This movie is just not good. But 88% of the critics say it's great. 95% of the audience says it's great. All right. Y'all had that. Yay. Enjoy Thunderbolts. I thought it was terrible. All right. I thought this movie, again, let me not say it was complete trash. It's just very, very below average. It is nothing close to what the Marvel Cinematic Universe used to give us. Marvel used to be great. And now it's time to pull the plug. It's time to reboot. It's time to go in a different direction. This is not going to work. This is just not going to work. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this movie, man. If you saw Thunderbolts, give me your review. I'm going to give this movie probably a 4 out of 10. Again, below average, couple of good moments. But overall, this movie is not good. This is not worth your money. This is not worth your time. Wait for Disney Plus. All right, that's what I always say with these. Wait for Disney Plus. You'll be fine. You're not missing anything. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.